Showtime is here, no time to fear. Karel is so near because showtime is here. So on with the show, let's give it a go. Karel is the one that you need to know.
Sure.
Now it's showtime.
Did you hear the one about the country that's having its protests and riots and they're being killed, and then they want to send people to another country to help their protesters? Yeah. We'll talk about that today. And more. So much more. All right, it is the Karelcast. I am Karel. A brief programming note. We are only going to be on the air for 30 minutes today because I have an endodontic, and what is it? I don't know what it is. Endodontist. A root canal was my problem, my toothache. A root canal gone bad. And there's infection at the base of the root. And the only way to get it is to saw in through the side of your jaw, to remove your gum, do a gum flap, do a circle of bone that they take out, remove the whatever crap is in there, the infection, and then snip the tip of the root, reseal it, because I guess the root canal didn't do it well, and then reseal it all up. That is not being done today. Today is the initial appointment. So yeah, that's what's happening. So that's going to be at 11 o'clock. And excuse the microphone, it's making an appearance today. I don't know why. It just is. Everything's going wrong for me today, but whatever. You know what? You're here, I'm here. We'll be. Yeah. And yes, it's called an apical for those of you that know. That are in the know as to what it is. It's called an apical. Woo! Anyway, so we've got a lot going on today in the world. And, I shouldn't have even done the half hour today. Tomorrow you're going to see some footage I took today about the homeless just around my house. I'm fucking sick of it. We are spending millions of dollars to build baseball diamonds we don't need. And meanwhile, there are 10 people sleeping in the park where I walk Ember now. And I'm fucking tired of seeing it. We are spending millions of dollars to go and liberate Venezuela. We are making all this money on the tariffs. We've got enough money to buy Greenland or send every Greenlander $1,000. And meanwhile, you and I have to step over people to take a fucking walk in the park. America has become so absurd. Our president is talking about helping Iranian protesters. Fuck Iranian protesters. Help the American protesters that are being shot down, that are being beaten, that are being harmed by your very own jackbooted thugs, Donald Trump, better known as ICE. Or customs enforcement. You're going to spend millions of our dollars to go intervene in a country that I don't give two fucks about. I have never cared about Iran or Saudi Arabia. The only reason any of us care about those shithole countries is oil. That's it. These are women haters. These are gay haters. Yeah, they're MAGA. These are theocracies where they live in the fucking dark ages. Iran is a dark age nation. If it wasn't, why are there so many fucking Iranians that want to come to the United States? Because it's a dark age nation. They live under the Ayatollah Khomeini, who's 86 years old, and the word of God is my law. Yeah, like you speak to God, you sick, old, infirm fuck. I could give two rats' asses about Iran. And the only reason we care is oil and Israel. That's it. It's the only reason we care about Iran, oil, and Israel. Israel hates them, so we hate them. They've got oil, so we need them. And so now we're threatening to go bomb them to help their protesters. What about our protesters? Every day now on social media, I'm seeing innocent people dragged out of their cars, dragged out of their homes. Aaron Parnas this morning reported on Ilya Oman, the congresswoman, her son got stopped and asked for papers. Prove your citizenship. Papers, please. This is no longer a Nazi comparison. They are Nazis. They are behaving exactly like Nazis. Papers, please. And everybody's letting them. I did see one police chief today, I believe in Minneapolis, say they're going to start arresting ICE for breaking the law. That's what needs to happen. The National Guard and the police need to start treating ICE like the criminals they're behaving like. If they were behaving like actual law enforcement, okay. But they're not behaving like law enforcement. They're behaving like the SS. And I'm done with it. Just like I'm done with Iran.
If you're not visiting reallykarel.com daily, you're missing out. Get the podcast, videos, and the blog, including recipes at reallykarel.com. That's really KAREL.com.
Showtime is here, no time to fear. Karel is so near because showtime is here. So on with the show, let's give it a go. Karel is the one that you need to know.
You know, yesterday I had so much positivity, and now today I feel like it's been beaten out of me. You know, maybe because I'm facing impending oral surgery. That'll interfere with the show schedule. We'll just have to play it by ear. But, you know, I wanted to do a show today about things we love. You know, because there's things we hate we see every day. Donald Trump, what they're doing in Iran, what the homeless on the streets, the price of food, the inability to live affordably in America, the lack of freedoms, all of it, the shooting of Miss Good. We hate it all. And I thought, how about I do a show where we focus on what we love? Because yesterday was the 10-year anniversary of Ember coming to live with me, my love of my life. That made me happy. It made me joyous. I love her so much. And I thought, you know, we all love things and we forget about them in times of darkness and in times of, you know, I love performing. I forgot how much I love being on stage, and I've got to find a way to do it again. You know, I love you. I love doing this show. I set up this whole show just for 30 minutes today, just to be with you for 30 minutes. I could have just easily said, I'm not doing a show today. I got to go to the endodontist, or I've got to, you know, I'll do it later in the day or whatever. But no, I thought, no, they count on me at 10 o'clock. I like these people. I'm going to be there. I love so many things. I love cooking. I love vegan cooking. I don't love cooking steak or anything like that. I love vegan cooking, cooking healthy, or even cooking bad. I love baking. God, do I love baking, because it reminds me of my mom. I love singing. You know, last night I started singing a song from Barbra Streisand's live concert at the Forum, which was for McGovern back in the 70s. And it was a song called Didn't We Almost Make It? And for some reason, I was just walking around the living room last night and just, I don't know what happened. Just all of a sudden, right there at the kitchen table, I just started, this time we almost made the pieces fit. Didn't we love? This time we almost made some sense of it. Oh, didn't we love? And I just kept going. This time I had the answer right here in my hand. Then I touched it and it had turned to sand. Oh, I just went off. I did the whole song. Ember was howling because she howls when I sing, you know. And I did it right there at the table. I was like, didn't we almost make it? Didn't we almost make it? This time. Oh, I just sang. I sang. I love singing. I love it. I love it so much. I love acting and singing and performing and being in a theater. I love writing. God, do I love writing. Time just flies when I'm in a studio or in a theater. I love it. I love television. I love movies. There's so much that I love. What do you love? No one talks anymore about things we love. They tell us what things we should love so they can sell them to us. But no one talks about what they actually love. And you know, life is so precious. My sister called me yesterday during the show, which is unusual. And then right after the show, she called me in tears. I said, Roseanne, what's wrong? She said, one of my grandchildren just died. And I said, what? That would be one of my niece's children. My nieces meaning her biological children. My niece and nephew are Jake and Heather, Andrew's niece and nephew. My biological nieces from my sister's children, I wouldn't know them if they walked up to me on the street. But Infinity, one of the kids that I helped raise, her daughter, her 25-year-old daughter, was arrested for drugs, asked the judge if she could go to rehab before jail. The judge said yes. She went to rehab, then she turned herself in, went to jail for 12 months for some drug charge in Bakersfield, got out of jail yesterday, was walking on the sidewalk in the fog and got hit by a car doing 50 miles an hour. And now she's dead at 25. She has 2 kids. My sister and Infinity, they don't have money. They're not wealthy. And Roseanne was in tears because Roseanne helped raise this grandchild. And I said, well, I was going to come see you for your birthday on the 22nd. That trip was going to cost me about $500. Why don't you use that? I sent her a credit card a few years back. I said, why don't you use that $500 towards the cremation of your granddaughter? So she's going to. And she called me this morning about the arrangements and all of that. And I thought, 25, just getting your life together, just getting your shit together and run down, in Bakersfield of all places. God, don't let me die in Bakersfield or Fresno or Barstow. So life is so precious. And we spend so much time talking about what we hate. I hate what's going on in Iran. I hate 600 protesters have died, but they fucking live in Iran. You live in a theocracy, and if you don't want it, overthrow the Ayatollah. But there's been conflict in that region since my whole life. That's why I'm sick of it. My entire life, the Middle East has been a shithole of nothing but war and all kinds of horrible things. And so I hate what's going on, but I hate what's going on the streets of America. Asking people for their papers. Pepper spraying people because they dare challenge ICE. ICE is it's made up law enforcement. They're not even cops. I hate what's going on in this country. But then I thought, well, what do you love? What do you love? I used to love Desert Breeze Park and the friends I have there and the beauty of the mountains and the strip and Ember running in the grass. I don't love it anymore. It's overrun with homeless. But I love Ember. I love you. I love photography. I love being in front of a camera. I'm not going to lie. I love being on a set. I leave these lights up all the time. I live in a movie studio and I love it. I would live in a movie studio. I would live on the Warner Brothers lot. Oh, that would be so much fun. I'd love it. I am an entertainer. I love it. What do you love? What do you guys love? Put your comments down below. Outside of me, I know you love me. But what do you love? We are losing sight of the important stuff. We don't love each other. We do not love each other. I know you're going to say, yes, Karel. No, we don't love each other. We don't care for each other like we love each other. We don't care for our country like we love our country. We don't care for the planet like we love our planet. You wouldn't treat someone you love the way we treat planet Earth. We don't love it. And I know you're going to say you do, but you don't because you won't make sacrifices for it. And for those of you that say you love animals, but you're not a vegan, you don't love animals. You only love some animals. You're a speciesist. You love dogs, you love cats, you love chipmunks. You don't love cows or pigs unless you're barbecuing them. You don't care about their tortured lives. You don't care about their sentient beings that want to live, that cows can live to be 20, 30-year old. They make family units. They have friends. They have best friends. They mourn their losses. Y'all don't care about octopus. Octopi are smarter than some humans. They're an incredibly evolved species. Have your calamari. So, oh yeah, Karel, I love animals. Yeah, you love to eat them and kill them and torture them, unless you're a vegan. And I don't want to hear your excuses. Your excuse is that you don't love yourself, your planet, or the animals enough to make dietary changes. That's your reason. And if you don't like that, you know what? I don't sugarcoat shit. You may love some animals, but you don't love all if you're not a vegan. So what do you love? Do you love taking drives? Do you love vacationing? Do you love travel? Do you love reading or books? What do you love literature, poetry? Do you love theater? Do you love art? Do you love going to art galleries? Do you love painting? Do you love creating art? I think we need to focus more on the things that we love and less on the things that we hate. Because there's just so much to hate. There is so much to hate. This is a hateful world. Trump is a hateful man. MAGA is a hateful party. There's so much hatred. I love gay people. They don't love me, but I love them. I love trans people. I love gay people. I love black people. I love black people. Oh my God, do I love black people. I love their culture. I love their music. I love their food. I love their parts. Oh, what do you love? What do you love? I'd love to see your comments down below. Give me, because when we change our mindset and start focusing on the things we love, then we're able to not be as depressed, not be as divided, not be as hateful. You know? I love that Americans aren't giving up. I do. I love Aaron Parnas. I love Midas Touch. Maybe they're fighting a feudal war, but I like that they're fighting. I love Gavin Newsom. I do. I've been a friend of his for a long time now, and I can genuinely say I have affection for him. Not like I want to screw him or anything, but you know, I respect that man. And all of his troubles and all of he's not perfect, but I really love what he has tried to do for his state and for people in general. You know, I love the Clintons. I know that's just, I'm not supposed to, but I do. I love Hillary and Bill Clinton. I love them. I love Michelle and Barack Obama. I love them. I love Michelle and Barack Obama. I love me some Obamas. I love them. You know, I have to say, I don't love Kamala Harris the way that I love the Obamas or the Clintons. I like her. I wrote a song for her. I don't love her. I like her. I love the Obamas. Oh, and Hillary, I love Hillary. I love her. I love her reinventions. I love her. I love her. What do you love? I love my sisters, even the Republicans. Good for you, Granny. I love radio. I've always loved shortwave radio, scanners, ham radio, CB. Oh, I have a CB, and I used to have a ham radio. Oh, yes. Breaker 19. Absolutely. Yep. Karel, despite you saying don't let Trump and what is happening to this country not get to us, it is. Well, of course it is. Look, we don't live in bubbles. We have emotions. Of course it's going to get to you, but you can't let it, there's a difference between something getting to you and something consuming you. MAGA is consumed by their hatred of liberals. They're consumed by it. It's made them follow this criminal. They're consumed by their racism and their hatred and their homophobia and xenophobia. They are literally consumed by it. It is their world. It is all they are. They're just hatred. That's all they are. They're not about solutions. They're not about education, enlightenment. Nope, they're just about hatred of the others. Hatred of gays and blacks and Jews and this and that. Hatred of anything not white and like them. It consumes them. And look what it's turned them into. You don't want to be turned into that. Ain't nobody got time for that. You know, you want your world to be more. I want your world to be more. That's why I want to talk about love. I love my kitty. I love my parents' dog. I love Star Wars. I have a Darth Vader mask right here. I love classical music. I love democratic people, my friends. I love Christmas and books, reading. Great, see? Now let me ask you this. This is the important question. How much of your day, of your life, of your week, how much is filled with things you love? I want you to examine that. How much time out of every day is filled with things that you love? How much? How much? Darren, that's for you. Can you do it with both hands, Darren? I thought I was Spock. For the first 15 years of my life, I spoke like you. All right, this is the last segment of the day today. I'm sorry. Wow, I can't believe I used to do half-hour shows. No wonder you guys thought it was too short. It's too short. But I will be back tomorrow, hopefully. Look, you're going to have to check Patreon and my social media. Have you all followed Karel Official on Instagram? No. 12 of you did, but I know more than that listen. So Karel Official on Instagram and Official Karel on TikTok. Although, after what I heard about TikTok and how Larry Ellison and basically Trump takes over it, and now yesterday Aaron Parnas said TikTok is censoring anti-Trump, anti-ICE. You know what? Fuck TikTok. I'm going to delete my account. I'm just going to have Instagram. And I know it's Zuckerberg, but, you know, it's something. So don't follow me on TikTok. I don't care about TikTok. Fuck TikTok. Just Instagram. Karel Official. Just Instagram. So back to the question. By the way, again, Darren, hello. I thought I was Spock until I was like 15. I would speak like him. That, sir, would be illogical. Oh, yeah, no, I thought I was Spock. My day is not filled with enough things I love. See? And then Michelle, not enough. I got to spend most of my week in class full of kids who like pretending I don't exist. Colonel Angus, love the one you're with. And if you can't be with the one you love, honey, love the one you're with. Do 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 do. Bet you didn't think I knew that shit. I was alive in the 70s. So I want your assignment, because I'm out of here after this segment, to go be x-rayed, and then they'll set up the appointment and say, come back tomorrow or the next day, and we're going to fucking drill through the side of your mouth into your root, and I didn't want to think about what they're going to do. Your assignment today, I want you to spend at least 30 minutes of your day sometime today. I'm being serious now, bitches. 30 minutes. 30 minutes today. You took 30 minutes to share with me. I want you now to take 30 minutes to share with you. I want you today to take 30 minutes and do something you love. I don't care if it's on your lunch break from being a teacher. I don't care if it's after you get home. Whether it's a foot massage, whether it's reading a book, watching something on the TV that you're a guilty pleasure of. I want you to, a walk. I want you to do something for 30 minutes today that you love. I need you to do this. We have got to get through Donald Trump. We have got to get through what's ahead of us. We're not going to do it if we don't remember why we're fucking doing it. Why are we fighting to live in America? Why are we working to pay bills? Why are we doing all that? To have a life. And what should your life be filled with? Things you like to do. That second part is getting pushed out by the first part. American life is so hard that no one is out doing the things they like to do. Well, I told you yesterday, the best revenge against Trump and against MAGA is to live a good life. The best you can. Look, the Jews made music in the concentration camps. They did. Can you imagine in that bleak environment where you know you're going to die, making music? Then we have no excuse to not do what we want to do. So 30 minutes, just 30 minutes today, I want you to do something you love. Cook, read, sing, ice skate, roller skate, go for a walk, love your dog, hold your kitty, grab your pussy and stroke it. Wait, well, you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I want you to do today. Yep. Research logistics. You want to move somewhere? Start looking into it. I want you to do something today for yourself that you love and you care for. That's your assignment. As for Iran, fuck Iran. Trump is going to bomb them just because of Israel and oil. He could care less about protesters. This notion that Donald Trump cares about protesters is vile. It's vile. He doesn't care about protesters. Why would he care about protesters? He wants protest in this country completely, he wants us beaten, killed. So why would he care? They wanted me to come early. Well, I can't. They called while I was on air. The endodontist. What if they're canceling? I could be here with you for an hour if they're canceling. Should I call them back while I'm on air? Should I call them back and say if you're canceling, then I can still do my show? Let's see what they have to say. Shall we? Let's see. What the hell? Your Cat Bentley. Oh, James, your Cat Bentley. Isn't that something? Let's see. Yes. Hi, this is Charles Boulet. You called to see if I could come early. I can't. Is 11 o'clock still good? Okay. No, someone called me and left a voicemail. Mm-hmm. Bouley, birthday 11/7. Okay. No, it's 11 o'clock, not 11:30. It's 11 o'clock, right? You have 11:30? Oh. Well, I already filled out the paperwork. The reason I'm asking is I normally do a show from 10 to 11, so I would prefer 11:30. But if you need me at 11, I'll be at 11. So you tell me. No worries. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. So 11 or 11:30? What would you like? 11:30. We'll see you then. Bye-bye. Guess what? I get to be here with you for the hour. The things I do on my show. Oh my God, let me just take a phone call, right? They told me 11 o'clock yesterday. I'm just saying, okay? All right, then we will be back. We'll be back right after this break.
It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service. You're listening to the Karel Cast. driving you home, or driving you crazy. It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service. You're listening to the Karel Cast. Driving you home or driving you crazy.
Now it's your time.
By the way, they had me for 11, so I don't know what's going on with that office, but now she just said 11:30. And if I get there at 11:30 and she said, oh, no, we had you at 11, I'm going to slap somebody, okay? Oh, God. Okay. So, back to topics. My brain is so full. My poor sister. My sister has lived a really hard life. She lives on $900 a month. She lives in Cottonwood, Arizona. By choice. She doesn't like big cities. By the way, did you all see this today? This is real. Steve sent this to me. Thousands advised to stay indoors in Oregon, Nevada, California, and Georgia. Did you see this alert today? This is from Newsweek. The Environmental Protection Agency has warned residents in affected areas of elevated amounts of PM 2.5 in the atmosphere. Thousands of residents in communities across Oregon, Nevada, California, and Georgia have been urged to stay inside. To stay fucking inside. Don't go live your life. Stay the fuck inside. By the EPA because of elevated amounts of fine particle pollution, PM 2.5, in the atmosphere. And why is there so much of that there? Because the fucking Trump administration doesn't care who throws what into the atmosphere nowadays. As of January 13th at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, PM 2.5 reached an unhealthy level across all 4 states, according to the EPA's Air Now map. Are you fucking kidding me? Let's look at the EPA's Air Now map and see. Let's look at it. EPA Air Now map. Let's take a look. Let's see if if it's even running. Does Trump even let it happen still? All right. Take a look and see how horrible it... Oh. I wish I could share my desktop with you guys. Yep. PM 2.5. There it is. I'm in a big orange zone. Like a big orange zone. Like, girl. Like, you don't want to be in this orange zone. Oh, California child. You in a horrible orange zone. Girl. Oh, my goodness. Northern California. Oh, honey. San Francisco, you covered in yellow. Ooh, girl. Girl. Wow, I guess we're not supposed to breathe. Ooh. Molly, you in danger, girl. Lord have mercy. Look at this. I know you can't see it on my phone, but that orange and that yellow is California and Nevada. Child, we ain't supposed to be alive at the moment. Why does this matter? According to the EPA, unhealthy levels of PM 2.5 can affect all members of the public. It's considered the most dangerous form of air pollution. Because the particles are so small, less than 2.5 micrometers, they can be unknowingly inhaled and penetrate deep into the lungs and bloodstream. Ain't nothing penetrated deep into me in a while. This has the potential to trigger or worsen cardiac or respiratory issues, asthma, symptoms such as coughing, throat, eye, and nose irritation, shortness of breath, and chest tightness. Well, ain't this something? Long-term exposure to particle pollution has been related to issues such as reduced lung function, chronic bronchitis. So what are we supposed to do? We literally can't stop breathing. but the air outside is bad? Sweet baby Jesus. What the actual fuck? Oh, yeah, this is real. What does it say? That's, I didn't get a message about that. Well, here it is. Here it is. You know? So, but did you hear? We own Venezuela. Can't breathe the air in America, but hey, we're about to help the Iranians.
If you're not visiting reallykarel.com
Wow.
daily,
Just a bit.
you're missing
this
out.
Is real. I
Get
did
the
not know
podcast
this.
videos and the blog, including recipes at
And Vegas,
reallykarel.com.
we covered in yellow. Yes,
That's
we are.
really Karel.com.
Oh yeah, the Vegas we covered in yellow.
Showtime is here.
The whole
No time
valley.
to fear. Karel is so near
Sweet
because
Jesus.
showtime is here.
Oh, but
So
California,
on
you
with
feel
the show.
something.
Let's give it a go.
I mean, California,
Karel is the
you got
one
problems.
that you need to know.
So the website, well, just do a Google for Air Now Map. EPA Air Now Map. Because it's like gispub.epa.gov/Air Now. So just do a Google search, EPA Air Now Map. You'll click on it. It'll bring you right to the map. And children, this ain't right. This is not... Molly, we in danger, girl. What does my weather app say? Why didn't my weather app tell me I can't breathe? Let's see. Weather bug. It says PM 2.5. That's what it says. And it says we are not in the green. It says we are in the red, moderate. Lord. Our PM 2.5 is at 7.59 something or other. Ugh. Main sources are fuel burning processes in industry, transportation, and indoor heating. Main sources, fuel burning processes in industry and transportation. Wow. Wow. The entire West Coast is under a haze of yellow and orange. Our PM 2.5 is rising to unhealthy levels. And what's causing it? Fuel burning processes in industry and transportation. In other words, oil. The stuff that we're going to Venezuela for, the stuff that we are going to bomb Iran for, oil. Because we're burning fossil fuels, natural gas, oil, we now can't breathe. Wow. And indoor heating, which is oil. Indoor heating, by that they mean natural gas, because that's what many heaters are. Mine is water. So my indoor heating is done by hot water. The hot water heater sends hot water to my heater here. The hot water goes into a radiator. Air flows through the radiator and heats the house. My heating in this house is connected to the hot water. No hot water, no heat. So I don't use that much gas. My hot water heater does, but that's it. Wow. Wow. Our air quality today here in San Jose is moderate, according to the Air Now website. Yeah, San Jose is that yellow on the Air Now? Because Sacramento's in the yellow. We got San Francisco in the yellow. Santa Rosa's in the yellow. Vallejo's in the yellow. San Mateo's San Jose is in the yellow. Mm-hmm. So is yellow moderate and then orange where's my guide here? I don't even know. It didn't give me the guide. Legend. There we go. Okay, so yellow is moderate, 51 to 100. Orange is unhealthy for sensitive groups. And red is very unhealthy. And purple is you're going to fucking die. Okay, so there's orange, which is more unhealthy. And that orange is over, what is that? Some national forest, Pumas National Forest, by Truckee, all that. That's Nevada. So yeah, so here in Nevada we got the orange, and in California you got the yellow, which is moderate. Moderate, yeah. Monterey County is green. It is, yes. Down below Santa Cruz, from Santa Cruz along the coast, all the way down to Thousand Oaks, it's clear. And then Thousand Oaks, all the way over LA, is yellow. And then it's clear from Huntington Beach all the way down to San Diego. And then San Diego is yellow. And Mexico, child, Ensenada, all of that, that's orange. Yep. Yeah. Wow. And, we get this information and they act like we're not supposed to breathe. Like, breathing is optional. Oh, where is that? This deep orange. Oh, child, don't breathe there, wherever you are. Oh, that's in the Four Corners. Nevada, California, Washington, and Idaho. Oh, child, don't breathe there. You better not breathe there. Greg says, I'm 55 and have asthma. Oh, girl, you're going to die. That's it. You better stay inside. You go outside, you're going to drop like a rock. Here's the sad part. Bad air is like blood pressure. Okay? And let me tell you what I mean by that. My doctor once told me if my blood pressure ever soars, because it did one time, it went to like 190 over 90. That was scary. My doctor said, blood pressure doesn't kill you instantly. High blood pressure, okay? Now, anything over 200 over 100, go to the ER. But below 200 over 100, it doesn't kill you right away. It kills you over time. 150, 160, 170, over 50, 60, over 70, 80, 90. That kills you over time. Doesn't kill you right away. High blood pressure kills you over time. And the same thing with bad air. This 2.5 ppm, whatever this is, this pollutant, PM 2.5, it's not going to kill us today unless you're really super sick, have, terrible asthma or COPD, whatever. If you're normal or just an average, somewhat healthy individual, it's not going to kill you today. It's going to kill you over time. The repeated exposure, repeated breathing of it is going to give you chronic lung problems. We even know now that it leads to dementia. We know this now. There is a direct correlation between air pollution and dementia. And so, it's not like you're going to go outside and drop dead because of the bad air. But if you breathe it every day for weeks or months, then yeah. And the sad part is, this is fixable. Okay, we don't have to have PM 2.5 in the air. We could outlaw all fossil fuels, period. Just stop. You can drive to Mexico right now and buy cheap electric cars from BYD, from China, and not pay a tariff when you bring them back into the United States. You drive across the border. Now, I don't know about registering them and when you register it or whatever, but I'm telling you, you can buy a car from China in Mexico, electric, for much cheaper, and then just drive it into the USA. I saw a whole report on it last night. But more importantly, there's no leadership. We have no leadership that is interested in saving us from PM 2.5. We have no one at the EPA, no one in the White House, no one in China and Russia. No one cares. Billionaires, most billionaires don't care. They're the ones running the country. They care about oil profits. Oil causes PM 2.5. We are killing ourselves and the planet. And the powers that be don't care. And it's totally fixable. It's like I said about being vegan. Is being vegan easy? Well, it's not hard, but it's not easy. But it's not hard. But it's not easy. Switching our fuel source from fossil fuel to something cleaner is not hard, but it's not easy. And we only want easy. We want easy answers to everything. So, where does that end? I don't know. Until world leaders actually get together and say, no, we got to stop. But look at this map. Look at the yellow. Look at the orange. Look at the red. Until this, we're talking about air. You know, I always said if I ran for an office, I would run on the basics. Air, water, food, housing. I would run on those. Air, water, food, housing. The things that every American needs. Every person in the world needs. And it would be my platform to clean the air, clean the water, as well as get water to parts of the United States that need it desperately. Make sure everybody had a house or housing of some kind, shelter. You know, water, air, food. I would tax beef and chicken and fish so much that you wouldn't buy it anymore. A steak would be $100, but plant-based proteins would be cheap. So food, air, water, housing. That's all government should be concerned about. That's it. That's it. That's all. Food, water, air, housing. That's all government should be concerned about. Are your people fed and housed? Are they healthy? Can they breathe their air? Can they drink their water? That's it. And do they have access to all those things? That's it. That's all we should be concerned about from a governmental standpoint. Because so much is involved in all of those things. Transportation is involved in air and water. Energy, electricity is involved in air and water. When it comes to food, there's so many other things involved in how we eat. And that's all government should do. Air, water, food, housing. That's it. That's it. And everyone says, and defense. Well, okay, fine. But there aren't too many countries attacking us. So, you know. Wow. We have electric cars, but not everyone can afford them. Exactly. So one solution is to make electric cars affordable. I fully agree. I fully agree. So they're affordable in Mexico. You can go to Mexico. They're affordable in China. The only country with unaffordable electric cars is the United States. Why? Because our government refuses to let other countries sell their affordable electric cars here. You can buy a BYD. You can. $40,000 for a giant truck like a Rivian. They're as big as Rivians. Rivians are $110,000. You can buy that same truck from BYD for $40,000. But if you bring it into the U.S., if you have it shipped here from China, you're going to pay $150,000 because there's a 150% tariff on imported electric vehicles. Why? Because Elon Musk wants it that way. because ExxonMobil wants it that way, because Shell and BP want it that way. There should be a $5,000 electric car. There is in China. You can get a 4-door electric sedan in China for $5,000. And you want to know the real fucking kicker? It's made by an American car company. But they refuse to sell it in America at that price. Do you know how much they sell that same car with a different name on it here for? $40,000. $5,000 in China, $40,000 here. Why? Because Elon Musk and BP and all of them want it that way. Meanwhile, we're all living under a cloud of PM 2.5. Isn't that nice? Isn't that special? All right, we'll finish up. I wasn't planning on being here for an hour, but I was. I am. I'm here. I'm queer. You're used to it. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, children. Why is Michelle Crocker green? Why does it say
Now it's showtime.
Sorry, I was reading the chat room. I got all involved. Also, Michelle Crocker gave $4.99. I don't understand. I've never gotten money from YouTube. I don't know what you did, Michelle, but thank you. So wow, what an all over the place show today. Just all over the place. Right, Miss M? You okay down there? Even she's like, what an all over the place show you did today, Daddy. I did. So we're not supposed to breathe. That's pretty interesting. We have protesters in America being beaten and shot, but we're going to protect the protesters in Iran. That's very interesting, to say the least. We have is it just me, or is the world kind of upside? Are we living in the upside down from Stranger Things? Because I kind of feel like we are. Trump is saying help is on the way to protesters in Iran. What about the protesters on Minneapolis, where he just sent 1,000 more troops to hurt them? I don't get that. I don't get it. Greenland's prime minister has a blunt message for Trump. We choose Denmark over you. Well, yeah. Oh, NBC pulls Timothy Busfield's SVU episode amid child sex abuse manhunt. Yeah, did you hear this actor, Timothy Busfield? If you saw his face, you'd know him. He's been in a bunch of stuff. He's also a director. They've issued a warrant for his arrest for child sex abuse, and he's on the run. And his wife is Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie. This is a weird story. I mean, weird. What else? Apple turns to Google to help power its AI. Facing contempt threat, Clintons refuse to testify in the Epstein inquiry. Yes, Bill and Hillary will not testify in the Epstein inquiry because they say they have made their statements clear, period. They didn't know what he was doing. There's been no allegations against them that they know what. Epstein himself said the Clintons weren't involved. So they're like, look, he said we weren't involved. We say we weren't involved. Was Bill involved? I don't know. I really, but the notion, where's Trump's subpoena? Why are they subpoenaing the Clintons to testify on the Epstein inquiry when Donald Trump's name is all over the files? Where's his subpoena? I don't get it. Let's see. Kennedy and Oz got it right about diet and alcohol. Oh, well, they got it right about alcohol. They said to cut down. Yeah. I agree. Let's see. Law and Order SVU. Yep. Stars child sex abuse case. Yep. Although, do we know he's guilty? You know, we're so quick to cancel people that aren't Donald Trump with just the hint of impropriety. We'll cancel them right away. We don't even know if he's guilty. We don't know if he did it. We don't know what the story is. We don't even know what the allegations are. But cancel him. Pull his TV show. Ruin his life and his career. Donald Trump's name is all over the Epstein files. We have not ruined his life. Why not? I don't even know. Oh, and by the way, FYI, they were supposed to release more of the files in 2026. They're supposed to all be released by now. They haven't. But we've been so busy looking at Venezuela or Iran or a shooting in Minneapolis that no one cares. I care. Why aren't they subpoenaing the Attorney General of the United States as to why she hasn't released all of the files? Why haven't they subpoenaed them about all the redactions? Oh no, but they're going to go after the Clintons, who did nothing. Epstein said they did nothing. There's no photos of Bill with any of the girls. None, not one. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? That is truly something. All right, I'll be back tomorrow unless I'm having surgery or something. Who knows? Oh, God, it's going to be horrible. Oh, it's going to be bad. I guess there's nothing, I'm in line for open heart surgery, so, So, if I'm in line for open heart surgery, I mean, not right now, I just mean in my future, if my aorta keeps growing one day, I may have to have that. So this would be a piece of cake. But I don't want either, by the way. I don't want this, and I never want to have open heart surgery. All right. Peter Horton, a.k.a. the character Gary, was a cool dude in 30-something. Oh, is that who he is? Is that who that actor is? I never watched 30-something. I was too busy being 30-something. I didn't watch it. Anyone else's life would be ruined, but Donald Trump was reelected. Yep, that's true. Anyone that has even the hint of sexual impropriety against them now is just canceled immediately. Donald Trump got reelected. Not even reelected. The first time he was elected, there was the whole grab him by the pussy comment. There was, I forcefully kiss women whenever I want to, or him wandering into the dressing room of a teenage beauty pageant, or sleeping with a porn star when he was wed while his wife was pregnant with Barron. Where are their papers? How come Barron isn't stopped? Papers, please. Wow. Okay. All right. Timothy Busfield as Elliot, Michael's business partner. I have no idea who that is. But now he's a predator and he's on the run. That's not that. That tells me you did it. Turn yourself in, get a good lawyer, fight the charges. But going on the run? Nah, you guilty. So, yeah. That's what's happening there. What a world we live in. What a world we live in. The Chinese curse. May you be, blessed to live in interesting times. Child, we are living in some interesting times. I never watched 30-something. I haven't watched one episode of 30-something ever. So for those of you thinking, I know you watched, I've never seen one episode of Seinfeld. I have never seen one complete episode of Friends.
It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service. You're listening to the Karel Cast. Driving you home or driving you crazy. It's broadcasting from a completely different point of view. Yours. Listen daily to the Karel Cast on your favorite streaming service.
Showtime is here.